Hello. Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Can you see me? You shouldn't be able to see me, but I hope you can hear me. Let me know how everything sounds. If I'm too loud or the music's too quiet or too loud or anything like that. We're going to get going in just a second. Today we're going to be crocheting some Goomis together. I'm very excited. But yeah, please, in the comments, if you can hear me right now, put an emoji of a dice. If you can put an emoji of a dice, then I'll know you can hear me. I'm going to be on in just a moment, though. I'm just getting the last little bits and bops set up, and then I'll be rocking and rolling. I'm very excited. I'm very excited. There we go. Got the chat up. Nicole can hear us. Indie Moonchild puts an emoji. Thank you very much. Hook me. There we go. Honk me says we can hear you just fine on Instagram. That's right, we're on Instagram too. Thanks for letting me know. You can't hear the music. All right, let me turn the music up a little bit. Thank you for the heads up. And I don't know what we're going to be making today, by the way. We're going to be choosing that together forever. I also got to get our giveaway thing going. 1 second. I totally forgot about the giveaway stuff. Oh my gosh, I got to announce a winner for this. Ah! Okay, wait. I totally forgot about that part. How could I forget? How could I forget about the giveaway? Oh my gosh, how could I even forget? Nice catch from Crying Wolf. It is Wind Waker music. It's kind of all kinds of Nintendo like summery kind of music, but yeah. I'm excited. Okay. Honk me. Oh, I get it. I get what your name is. Honk me. You know, it's like you're sleeping. Like me. Now I understand. Look at me figuring things out. Okay, we got pre-orders out the wazoo. Oh my gosh. Okay, so yeah, we're definitely gonna unlock a new giveaway. I need a bigger jar to put this in. I'll be right back, guys, and then I'll get rock and rolling. Yeah, that's a good jar. Yeah, that's a good jar. We got a good jar. All right, I'm back. Boom, ba, da, 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 da. I love this song. All right. How many pages? So it's 25. Okay, so 25. All right. Okay. Sorry about the wait. Sorry about the wait. Here we go. Let's rock and roll. We got a lot. We got a lot today. Hello, everybody. Hi, hi, hi. Here, wait. I can do the face cam first so that you can see my beautiful face. Wow. Oh, wait. Never mind. The face cam doesn't work. I'm such a goof. Hi. How are you? I hope you're having a wonderful day. Welcome to the stream. Look at this beautiful setup I have for us right now. So, we got a lot to go over. First off, what are we doing today? Well, today, of course, we're going to crochet. And what we do today, we crochet today. So we're going to be making a Goomy. If you didn't know, our new project, Battle Goomis and Crochet Goomis, the Goomis in general, is coming September. September 1st is when our new backer kit launches. September 22nd is when the new book comes out. It's very exciting, but we are less than a month away. So we got to kick some booty. We got to start the streaming. And we got I got just so many ideas for live streams and stuff. And I'm just very excited to be doing it with you. And it's really fun and yeah, wow, cool. Here's what we're going to do today, though. We're going to crochet a character from my brand new spanking book that's pre-order. You can pre-order right now. We're going to be crocheting something from it, but what we're going to be making from it is going to be random. There are 50 characters and creatures in this gigantinormous book. Every character has a crazy amount of instructions, video tutorials for everything, and today we're going to be crocheting one of them at random. How we're going to choose? Well, we're going to be choosing a card from the new card game that is part of the project. So here's how this works. Well, first off, not all the cards are in this deck. I took some cards out. These are the cards, and I'm not going to show you what the cards are, but these are the ones that we took out, and the reason is because these are secrets. They're still secrets. So we're going to keep some things a secret. We also I took out these 3 cards because these are the ones we've already crocheted. We've already made Bigfoot Bobby. He's right. Where is he? I literally was just... Well, little dude has a mind of his own. Oh, there he is. We already crocheted Bigfoot Bobby. We already crocheted Grant the Pet Rock. Here's Grant. And I don't know where our last one is. I have them somewhere, but we have already crocheted Walter the Frog, the magician from the book. So we've crocheted all 3 of these ones, so I took them out of the deck as well. So these ones can't get chosen by accident. If you have any questions, by the way, let me know in the chat. That goes for everything we're talking about today. If you have questions about the book or about what we're making here, about the patterns, or about what colored socks that I'm wearing, let me know in the chat, and I would be more than happy to answer those questions. We're also doing a giveaway today. And we're doing a vote for a bunch of things too. Gosh, we have so much to talk about, right? Okay, but let's start by doing a vote for what we're going to crochet. So here's how it's going to work. I'm going to choose 4 of these cards at random. Okay, these are all Goomies that we can crochet. Every one of them has a pattern and everything like that. So we're going to be crocheting I'm going to pull 4 of them at random, and then you're going to vote on which of the 4 that we crochet today. That sound like a pretty good plan? I think it's a pretty great plan. I think we should do it. All right, so let's just start. Let me shuffle, actually, too, because I don't think these are shuffled at all. I think they're technically in order right now, and we don't want them in order. We want randomness. If you want to learn more about the game, by the way, I'm happy to explain some stuff today, but also I think we're going to be live streaming a game tomorrow with Jules, my wife, and I think we're going to be playing a game. So, if you are willing to wait and want to join another live stream tomorrow, then go ahead and make sure to subscribe down below. Hit that bell icon if you haven't already to push notifications. Also, if you would like to follow the project, I would really love that. It would mean a lot to me because the more people that follow the project, the better this project's going to do in general. It's totally free to follow, and if you do follow it, you get a free pattern from the book as well. So all you have to do to follow it is go to thegoomis.com. There should be a link right here. There's a link in the description. Yeah, okay. Here we go. Ready? What color socks am I wearing? I tricked you, Sophie. I ain't wearing any socks. You can't see my foot. I can't do this. I can't pick my feet up. But I'm not wearing socks at all. Gotcha. Boom. Boom, gotcha. All right, let's choose. Let's start like this. We'll choose one from the bottom. We'll choose one from the top. We'll choose one from the middle somewhere. There we go. And then the second someone says stop, I'm going to stop. So comment stop. First person that comments stop, I will stop. Go on, comment, stop, comment, stop, comment, stop. 1, 2, 3. Someone comment. Oh, hold on. I can't see the chat. There we go. 3, 2, 1. Stop. Bruh says stop. There we go. Ooh, Cotty. Interesting. Very cool. Actually, that's perfect because we're doing a vote for Cotty today. Okay, so here are our 4 options that we're going to vote on. Ready? We got Cotty, the plesiosaur. It's kind of a big pattern, but we can totally finish Cotty today. We got Perry, the pine cone. Love Perry, the pine cone. We got Zach, the donut hole. Honestly, we could probably make Zach the donut hole and one of these other ones. So if we choose Zach, we'll probably get a double crochet. Or Sig. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. This is our first character from the book, Sig, the standard issue Goomy is what they're called. Sig, the standard issue Goomy. Okay, so we're going to vote on one of these. Heads up too, if we choose Sig or Zach, or maybe even Perry, we probably will be able to crochet another one. If we crochet Cotty today, no worries, but that will probably be the only character we can crochet today. We'll be able to customize our characters a little bit as well, but let's go ahead. I'm going to put a poll. What should we crochet today? Should we make Cotty, Sig, Zach, or Perry? Oh, I should probably put what they are. Pine cone, donut, hole, Sig. I'm not even going to title Sig, or plesiosaur. All right, we are going to put that poll. Now, the poll is only on our horizontal live stream right now, but I am open to you commenting down below which one you want me to crochet as well, and I'll try to keep track of the best ones and what you want to do. Let me talk a little bit though about what the difference of all these characters are, just really quick, while you guys are voting. So Sig is our standard issue Goomy. He's going to be the one in the, well, I should say they are going to be the one in the very beginning of the book that teach you how to crochet. Super ultra mega easy pattern. Also really cool character. They're kind of like, they kind of play like Ditto in Pokemon. You can copy another character's stats in the game, so it's pretty cool. Zach, the donut hole, is kind of like a little Kirby looking guy, and he has he's a donut hole. You know, he's a donut hole. He's this really cute little guy, really easy to crochet too, and super duper powerful in the game also. He's really good at winding, and he helps whoever he's attached to wind really well. Perry the pine cone. Now, I love Perry the pine cone. I'm just a big fan of Perry in general, but Perry is also really good in the game. They're a pine cone, you know. You get the gist. They're a pine cone. But they have the special ability Seed, so they can get you extra points in your game. Super powerful, especially in the beginning of the game if you start the game with Perry the Pinecone. Or Cotty the Plesiosaur. Now, Cotty is a very special character. It's named after one of my best friend's moms. And Cotty is not a Loch Ness Monster, so don't say she's a Loch Ness Monster. She finds that very offensive. No. She is a Plesiosaur, which is a dinosaur. Cotty is really, really powerful in the game. Probably one of, like, a crazy powerful one. And here's the reason why. She's got 3 attack she's only got 1 wind, but as long as you don't attack, she has 3 wind also. So it's kind of like you can pick and choose how you want to use Cotty, but the second you attack, you can only start attacking with Cotty. Her wind stat goes down really, really drastically. She's also got a pretty decent support too. But here's the big thing about Cotty today. We're actually voting right now on what full art card we should make Cotty. So let me go ahead. I'm going to put this in the chat right now. It's this really cool thing. So on BackerKit, where we're running this project, I am... Hold on, I gotta find the link for it. Oh, I just realized I closed the link because I'm a doofus. And it's gonna be a whole thing to relog in, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Okay, 1 second then. Let's go to battlegoomis.com to get to our link. Oh, look at that. We're live streaming there too. How cool is that? I'm gonna turn that off. All right, where is the updates and votes and stuff? You know, oh, there we go. So if you go to battlegoomis.com, you scroll down to the bottom and click that link, and then scroll down to the bottom of that, you will find the poll. Now, I'm just gonna go ahead and put a direct link though in the chat. Copy link to highlight. And let's go back to here. Okay, boom. And boom. Yes, the poll is live. It is just live on the horizontal live stream. It's not on the vertical live stream. So if you're watching on the vertical live stream, it is on the horizontal one. Okay. Okay, so I put the link in the chat. Vote for Cotty's full art today. Okay, so here's what I'm doing. Every week, I'm doing a new post, a new vote on the BackerKit page where you can vote on things for the game. So all these cards are getting a full art version as well. So these are the basic versions. They're common. That's what they're called. Basically 1 star. You know, they're easy to get they're easy to pull in booster packs and stuff. But there's going to be full art versions. Those are going to be 3-star cards. And for each of the 3-star versions of the cards, they're getting a whole brand new spanking design to them. So Cotty's, I took 2 pictures, and I'm kind of torn on which one I want to choose. So if you want to vote now on which pattern you'd like to have Cotty, you'd like to do for Cotty's full art, please go and vote now in the chat, or in the link that I put. I tried to put on Instagram too. I don't know if that's gonna work at all though. Okay, yes, I made this game. I did make this game. Also, someone asks, does the game come with the book? You bet your bippy it comes with the book. So here's how the book works, by the way, while we're still voting. Essentially, think of the book kind of like a Bible-ish for all the characters, a compendium, if you will. All of the characters from the game are within the book. They each have their own story. Here, I'll go to Bigfoot Bobby. He's the first one we made. They each have their own little story. They've got some notes about how I designed them and what went into the process there. And then, of course, they've got all the crochet patterns. They got links to the video tutorials. They got a little quote for each character to give you some more background into the world. And then, in addition to that, you do get the cards. So at the end of the book, after you find out the full story of the characters, I'm going to cover that up so you don't scan it right now. But here you can see in the back of the book, there is a code right here. I'm not going to show you it right now, but you can get the printable version of the game. So you can print it out yourself and play it from home. So the printable version of the game comes with the book. The actual physical cards are going to be available for purchase alongside the book. So that is kind of how it works. But if you get the book, you will get the printable version of the game as well. Okay, let's see how our poll is doing. Looks like Cotty. Ooh, it's a tie between Cotty and Zach the Donut Hole. So I'm going to let it go for a little longer. And in the meantime, while we're still waiting on that, let me talk about how you can support this channel if you think it's really cool and you want to support and all that other stuff. And then we'll get hooking. Let's also talk about all the materials you're going to need. So first up is the materials. I'm going to be using all worsted weight yarn, 100% cotton. It's just my favorite kind of yarn to use. But you can really use any kind of yarn you want. There's a whole bunch of different kinds of yarns, obviously. Just make sure to use a crochet hook that works good with the yarn you're using. I'm going to be using this 4mm G size crochet hook because it's my favorite with the yarn, the worsted weight cotton yarn. Now the colors, I don't know the colors yet. We're going to, you know, it depends on what you guys vote for. But make sure to go grab your yarn, go grab your hook. In addition to that, you'll need scissors for cutting stuff. You'll need a darning needle like this with a little crimped end. That's going to be to sew in hard to reach stitches. And then you'll also need some safety eyes. I'm probably going to be using 6mm safety eyes in this video. Now the pattern, like I said, is going to be in the full book, but it's also going to be available on clubcrochet.com right now. Actually, all these patterns, except for Zach, is available on the website right now. Zach is a new one. But these three, actually no, Sig is also new, but I'll tell you how you can get Sig's pattern if you want to crochet Sig. But Perry and Cotty are already on the website. You can find them at clubcrochet.com. Okay, well, that's everything I wanted to say there. If you want to support this channel, here's how you do it. This channel is completely supported by its audience, so thank you so much if you are here. Thank you for watching. Please, please, I beg of you, like this video down below, subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon so you don't miss when we come out with new videos. These live streams are very cool, but they're kind of hard to run, so if you do like these, please send this to a friend. You can send them to the Goomis by going to thegoomis.com. It would mean a whole lot to me if you did spread the word, and it's totally free to do. I'm getting a spam call right now, so we're gonna close that. Oh, it's Finn. Oh, that's cool, actually. I will tell you who just tried to call me in just a second while we're crocheting. Remind me while we're crocheting. Who tried to call you? Because it's actually really cool. Okay. But there's a whole bunch of ways you can support this channel. There, you can support with a membership. Members get early access to future patterns and access to the exclusive library. You can purchase kits and merch in the store. You can pre-order a book right now in the store. You can find that at clubcrochet.com. And everybody who pre-orders the book will get a special extra reward for their book. And in addition to that, we're doing a very special giveaway too. So everybody that's pre-ordered the book has added a coin to this jar. When this jar fills up, which it's basically filled up, I'm just gonna count all the ones that we have today to fill it up, and then we're gonna pour it into a new bucket so that we can get a new giveaway going. Our first giveaway, I can't remember who won it, but I emailed them, but they won a hand crocheted Bigfoot Bobby. Now this time, what you're gonna win is a hand crocheted, hold on, I gotta find her, or him. Yeah, him. You will get a hand crocheted from me. Hold on, Walter the Frog, who is somewhere in here. Walter! Hey, wake up. Where are you at? Ah, there he is. You will get a Walter the Frog, a very special pattern. He's a little froggy. He comes out of his pot. I'm not going to take him out because I don't want his goop to go everywhere. And then he's got a little special magic wand, but that fell off into the bag that he was in, so I'll find that later. So we're going to find out the winner to this right now. First off, let's go ahead and add all the pre-orders in. So if you have pre-ordered the book, now is your chance. All you need to do is let me know in the comments if you've already pre-ordered it. Everybody that's pre-ordered gets 1 coin off automatically, and everybody that's pre-ordered and is here in the live stream gets another bonus coin. So you get more coins as long as you're joining the live streams. Now the last time we did this, I believe we stopped at Marie. Yeah, I think we stopped at Marie made that. I don't think we have her in here. So let's start there. So special thank you to all the following people who pre-ordered the book. Thank you very much. We're going to add more coins to this for you. I'm running out of big coins, so we're going to do the best we can here. We got Marie made that. Thank you so much. We got Keegan, you rock. Thank you so much. Green Lantern Girl. Well, that's really cool. I like that. Add to the pot. We got Heineken. All right, I'll take it. Jay Heineken. Love it. Also, that's a really cool button. I like that button a lot. Hold on. Hold on. Need more coins here. There we go. We've got Melissa. Miss Lisa. Sorry, Miss Lisa. Thank you, Miss Lisa. Janet, you rock. We're going to count this as full, by the way. Al Mesmer. Thank you very much. Lily. Thank you. Bates Marilisov. That one's hard. And then All Mesmer, thank you so much for the support. Now, if you have supported, go ahead and let me know in the comments down below. We're going to choose one person here at random from everybody that's pre-ordered and everybody that's reserved the game already. So it's about like 100 and something. So we're going to go ahead and do a random number generator. Okay. All right. Okay. Oh, that was... Hold on, I got a countdown. All right, our winner for Walter the Frog, you will be getting an email from me later today, is, drumroll please, Rosanna! Rosanna Eisenberg, thank you so much. Big shout out if you're in the chat. If not, no worries at all. I'm going to be sending you an email after this, and I will let you know all about it. Very exciting though. Congratulations to Rosanna. You're gonna get this along with your book. So let's get the next giveaway rocking and rolling though. What are we gonna give away? Well, I don't know. We'll find out. Maybe it's what we crocheted today. But let's add all these buttons into our next level up. So this is our next level. Hold on. Sorry about the noise. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Ooh, this giant button won't even fit in there. We're gonna have to... Hey, that's pretty good, actually. That feels pretty good. Big button in there. Can this one fit? No, this one can't fit. Okay, this is going to be our cap, then. This is how we'll know when it's too full. If this can't sit down on top of it. Sure, why not? Okay, so shout out to the following people that already pre-ordered it as well. We've got, hold on. We've got Lizzie, Morgana, Timmy... Sorry, Timothy. I want to call you Timmy. I already gave you a nickname because we're buds. Oh, I'm so sorry, Nicole. Hit me up. I'll give you something special. Nicole Maxwell. Just email me, and I got your back. We got Prisma, of course. We've got Zoe. You know Zoe pre-ordered it. Let's see. Anybody I'm missing here? Samantha? No. I know Cooper did, but Cooper's not here today. He is off hanging out with a friend today. I think I'm missing someone, so I'm going to go ahead and put one more out. Apparently the ads are really bad, so I can kind of turn off my ads too. They went on automatically. I usually have them off. Okay, and let's go ahead and end our poll. It looks like we have a winner. I'll put that one in there too. Our winner of today's poll is Cotty. All right, we are crocheting Cotty the plesiosaur today. Oh, how exciting is that? That's really fun. I do need to go grab some yarn for Cotty, but I'm going to go ahead. I'm just going to throw this extra coin in here. Let me know, though, if you pre-order the book right now on the live stream, I'm going to put a super gigantic button in this for you. So you're going to get a big bonus button to help get that giveaway going even stronger. Okay. Let's move this out of the way. And let's get ready to rumble. No, let's go grab all of our yarn and stuff, open the pattern. I'm going to put these cards away. If you have any questions about any of the cards or how this game works, please let me know. But we'll look a little bit closer at Cotty during today's stream too. So let's go ahead and put these back in here. Ba-ba-da-ba. Look how beautiful that is. Isn't that cute? By the way, if you're wondering who made this whole thing, it was all me. All me. I made all of it. I took all the pictures. I did I did everything. It took a very, 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 very long time. So, if you like it, thank you. Alright, so let's go ahead and grab some yarn, and then let's crochet Katia. Wait, I might actually have some done here. No, we need a new ball. How fun, I love getting a new ball of yarn. Look at that, it's right at the top too. Ba-ba-da-ba. Okay, so we're going to be crocheting Katia with our cyan yarn at Club Crochet. It's also called Sea Breeze, I think is what I originally called it, but now it's kind of called cyan, just because it's a little easier. I think I'm going to rename all the yarns, but that's for another time to talk about. Here's what we're going to need. We're going to need to open the pattern up. I believe it's Katia is number 31 in the book. So each character has their own number. And Katia is in the... Here she is. Katia is in the thread C, the deadly thread C. I thought maybe we could start this off by I'll read the description of Katia, because she's got this really fun story for her, and then we'll get crocheting. It's not too hard of a pattern, so it should be pretty easy to do. Okay, so this is me, little story time. Story time from Louie for Katia the plesiosaur. Cresting just over the horizon. Let me do that again. Cresting just over the horizon. Is that a mirage or... Oh, it's just Katia coming up to say hi. This adorable prehistoric plesiosaur is pretty insistent that you please not call her Nessie. That's not her name. I mean, we're not even in a lock, for goodness sake. Katia is usually very independent, but is happy to ferry you to the mysterious island in the distance, as long as you don't ask for any pictures. This pattern is my cat Jimbo's favorite design. He always goes dragging his raggedy pink plesiosaur around the house wherever he goes. That is very, very true. It is his favorite toy by far. Side note though, did you know that plesiosaur fossils are often found with rocks in their tummies, which they ate to help them digest and also balance themselves? I always make sure to stuff these guys with some heavy coins or pebbles before sewing them closed for accuracy, so that's what we're going to do today as well. So there is the pattern here. This is available right now on clubcrochet.com, and obviously with the book if you want to pre-order it now. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to get crocheting. I'm going to get this in a position where it's easier for me to read. And we'll keep the book... Where should I keep the book? I'll just keep the book... I'll put the book right here. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and open the PDF instead, so that way while I'm reading the chat I can also read the pattern. Alright, so we're gonna use cyan yarn here and also we're gonna need to customize our Katia, so if you have any ideas or suggestions for that, let me know. Okay, 6, 12, 18. Yes, okay, now I remember how this pattern works. It's been a second. I haven't crocheted Katia for at least a couple of months. So, you know, sometimes when that happens, it takes me a second to catch back up with where we're at. Hey, Cooper is here! Wow! Hey, Cooper! I didn't think you were gonna make it today. Welcome! Welcome, I hope you're having a great time with your friend. Okay. Hello, Mari. Mari on Instagram. Okay. Well, let's get rocking and rolling and hooking and cooking. So, first things first, you know what we need to do. Let's take this off. That's the sound it makes when you take a wrapper off of a Club Crochet yarn, if you didn't already know that. And then we're going to need our crochet hook, and let's get hooking. We're going to put Katia's card out here. Katia's card. We'll put it like, how about we do it like right here, so it's like on the screen, like that. And I can answer some questions as we get crocheting. Actually, you know what? We're just going to move it. We're just going to move it because it's kind of hard to do here. Okay. There we go. Alright, so Katia is a very special character in the game. They're very, very powerful. Essentially, Oh, thank you for asking. Thank you for reminding me, Sophia. Essentially, in the game, Cotty is like an all-around character. They're good at a little bit of everything. They're very strong. They have a really high attack power. They also have like a side story in the. It's not in the book yet. Well, it's not in this book, but what I'm gonna do for the book is every character. So, like I said before, every character is gonna have a full art version and and their basic card. So this one is their basic card version, 1 star. 2 stars is going to be this with holographic elements, so there's going to be little hollows all over the side of it. 3 stars is going to be the good question there. A lot of good questions in the chat today. 3 stars is going to be a full art version of this card. That's the one that we're voting on right now. So if you want to vote on what you want to do for the 3-star version, let me know in the chat. And then 4 stars is going to be the full art version that also is holographic. So it's going to be 4 different variants of every single card, which is really exciting. I'm a big, card game nerd, so I really wanted there to be a lot of rarities. But what's going to be really cool about those rarities is that you'll see at the bottom here, and this code doesn't work yet, but it's going to work on the website, where every card has a little code at the bottom of it. You see, you can't really see it, it's kind of blurry, but there's this little code right there. If you put that code into the website, you untangle the card, and then you also untangle bonus information about the characters. You untangle, you get strategies for the characters, you get bonus lore. So that's the reason I wanted to say it, because for this character, you're going to get a bunch of extra lore. So Cotty has a son, who's, I can't remember what their name is, and then there's also a bunch of information about where Cotty likes to spend their free time, because they're from the Forgotten Islands, and there's just a whole bunch of extra lore about Cotty that is really fun. But yes, okay, so someone asked me in the chat, hold on, do I crochet alone? Yeah, I do crochet alone a lot, or I crochet with my wife. She doesn't crochet, she knits. But sometimes while we're watching TV, I'll crochet then. But yeah, I often do crochet alone. And the other question was, do I wish I had others to crochet with? Of course I do. It's fun to crochet together. So yeah, if you want to crochet together, let me know. Other thing, oh yes, someone said, who called you earlier? Thank you for reminding me, Sophia. Okay, so we have this really cool thing that we're doing for this book. I have a friend named Finn. He is, so if you email Club Crochet, the contact email, you'll reach, there's a woman named Heather, a friend of mine, who helps us with the emails, because, I can't answer every single email. So she answers the emails that she can, and then she forwards me the ones that are like questions that I have, that I can answer, or just like fan mail or anything like that comes my way. So Heather's got a son named Finn. He's a little younger than me, but he is an extraordinarily talented composer. And so Finn is the one that was calling me, because Finn is working on a soundtrack for the book. Isn't that cool? I reached out to him and I was like, dude, I think you are so talented. Would you be interested in doing a soundtrack for this book and game? Because it would be so cool to me if we had a game soundtrack that you could either listen to while you're crocheting, or while you're playing the game, or while you're reading the book, or for the background music for when we do live streams and stuff. And he was like, oh my gosh, dude, I'm so down. So that's who called me, was Finn, because he's helping with the soundtrack today, and he's working on the title soundtrack today. So I'm very, very, very excited to see what he comes up with. We've been working with inspiration from some of my very favorite video game soundtracks. So that's kind of where we're going off of. If you are a big video game nerd, there is a... hold on. Starting in the next stitch and the last stitch. Got it. 1 and over here. I'm remembering how this pattern works now. So you basically make a little disc, and then you crochet that disc together. Do you do increases though? Yeah, you do. 2 single crochets and then an increase. So there's this one game that I'm a huge nerd for called Outer Wilds. It is a game where you're like exploring a solar system, and there's all these. It's kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like space travel, but also it's like Groundhog's Day. You have to, every time you die, you have to like start again and stuff. It's so cool. Truly, I'm not even going to spoil anything else about the game. If you are into video games at all, highly recommended. My favorite video game of all time. But one of the reasons why this is one of my favorite video games is because it has the most insane soundtrack. It's so good. I listen to it literally weekly. It is the best soundtrack to video game. Outer Wilds soundtrack. Check it out. So anyhow, we're kind of working off of that for the vibes, which is totally in Finn's repertoire. Once he heard the soundtrack, he was like, dude, this is so cool. Yes, we can totally do this. And what's really cool about that soundtrack is that every planet in this game has a different song. And so in a similar manner, in our book, we have 10 regions that you visit throughout the book. By the way, here's our fin. One of our fins is crocheted. Look at that. Speaking of fin, haha, fin, look at that. I made a fin. Anyhow, in the book, there's a bunch of different areas. So Cody here is from the Thread Sea, which is one of the regions of Gumia, the planet where this book is based. And so we thought it'd be really fun to do a different song for every region, and then every region will have their own instrument as well, and then all those instruments will come together in a big way during like the finale song. I don't know. It's really cool. I'm really excited about it all. So if you want to learn more about that and make sure you are on the cutting edge, you should follow this project. You can follow it again by just going to thegoomis.com, and there will be a button there that says support the project, and there you can go to follow the project as well. So yeah, go follow it. It's gonna be very cool. I'm telling you, it's gonna be the coolest thing I've ever made. It already is the coolest thing I've ever made. So you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. I'm telling you, you're gonna love it. All right, let's keep on crocheting on. Ooh! Ooh, what a good neck crack. Does he have socials we can follow? You know what? I actually don't think he does, Zoe. I was bugging him about that just the other day. I was like, dude, you need to like record your process and start posting videos, because people are going to be asking for social media to like follow you and stuff. And he's like, oh yeah, I don't really do that. Okay. So I don't know. I'm going to have to bug him about it. He's a very shy dude. He's extraordinary. You know, as some people, sometimes when people are like crazy talented, especially musicians, I often find that really talented musicians are very reserved. I mean, not always, but often. And not like singer-songwriters. I'm talking about like composers and stuff. I find that they often, my friends that are composers, are much more reserved. And so I think that's kind of the case with Finn there. He keeps to himself a little bit and just makes his beautiful art. So I'm trying to get him to get out of his shell a little bit and start posting. So I'll let you know if he does. Tina! Hello, Tina! Welcome. Welcome, Tina. Alright, so let's see. We got one fin made. We're working on our second right now. This is going to be somewhat of a big pattern, so I have a feeling we'll be crocheting today probably until 6. So at least a couple more hours. It's not that big of a pattern because there's only 4 pieces to sew together, and then the rest is all like made in one big piece, which means we might have enough time to really customize this character. I saw someone commented a second ago saying that they hold on, sorry, I had a brain fart. Oh, saying we should put a pirate hat on Cody. I like that idea. Any other ideas for hats or anything that you think we should add to our plesiosaur here? Let me know. Let me know. I'm open to ideas. We're working on our second fin now, and the second fin's actually already almost done. I love this technique, by the way. It's such a good technique for creating like half circles and stuff. You basically crochet a circle, and then you fold it in half, and then you crochet the two halves together. It's super duper easy, and it leaves both the tail ends at the same side, which means that it's perfect for adding things like fins to your amigurumi. Highly recommended if you're looking for some kind of easy way to make fins. Do it like this. This is also a technique that I use for making like moons and stuff. A moon was actually almost a character in the book. I think I've talked about this a little bit before. So the book is 50 freaking patterns. It's so many patterns. It's almost 300 pages. So it's a very big book of crochet patterns. I've never seen a book with this many crochet patterns that's not like a compendium of a bunch of other people's patterns together. So I think I might be breaking a record as far as sizable patterns in one book, but we'll find out. But it was meant originally, when I pitched this book to Quadrill, who's the publisher. Quadrill, they're like a subsidiary of Penguin Random House. So if you know Penguin Random House, they're a huge publisher. So they have a bunch of little companies that they publish certain projects with. So that's who Quadrill is. When I went to Quadrill to pitch this book, by the way, look at this, 2 fins done. We got a little cookie. Little cookies there. Very cute. Very cute. When I pitched this book, I actually had 100 patterns that I wanted to publish. They were all made, and I had stories for every character, 100 patterns, so double the size of this book. We were going through the process of publishing it and like creating the pages and stuff, and we realized, oh no, this is way too big. It was going to be like 600 pages long, you know, and just so massive of a book. And we were like, you know, I don't know necessarily if that's going to be a great idea to have so many books in this pattern. Maybe we have to shorten it. And I was like, okay, that's all right. We can shorten it a bit. What do you want to shorten it to? And they said 60. I said, sure, we can do 60. And then we cut it down to 60. It was so difficult to cut some of them down, but it was really like, it was kind of exciting also, because I was like, oh, and then this one, and it kind of like made me build the book a little bit more specific to what I wanted it to be. But then after that, later they were like, we got to cut it more. We either have to, I can't remember how they said it, but I had like 2 options. I could either cut 10 more patterns to make it a perfect 50 pattern book, or what was the or? There was some kind of compromise, and the compromise would have made the book kind of strange. I think it was like I could cut out the whole introduction part of the book. So in the start of the book, it's you start with Sig. Here, let me show you actually, because it's kind of cool. One thing that I thought was really important, I get a lot of crochet books, and one thing I thought was really important in this book was having materials for beginners, because some books like this come out and there's no like, here's how to crochet. You know, if this is the first thing you're starting with crochet, you might get stuck and be like, oh no, how do I crochet actually? So what I wanted to do was create a starting lesson that really puts everything together. So that's what Sig, our standard issue Gumi, is. He's the first character. He's actually number 00, so he's not even technically a number in the book, or in the game. So this book actually has 51 characters, I should say. But in this, it takes you very slowly. You know, here's how to hold the yarn, hold the hook. Here's how to do the magic loop. There's a lot of pictures. Obviously, there's videos, tutorials for all this. And then it takes you slowly on how to learn to crochet. Now, that's the thing. This was like... Oh, and there's the map, by the way. There's a giant map. I'll show you the map again in a second. So this was like 10 pages, I think. No, almost 20 of how to crochet. And they were like, we can cut that out and give you 10 more patterns, or you can keep that in. And I was like, no, I think it's really important that we have, here's how to crochet, just in case someone picks this up and it's their first time crocheting. So yeah, that's why we had to cut down to 50, but that means that next book is almost ready to go already. Hey, look at this map. In the front of the book, there's a gigantic map. And you can see Cotty. Cotty is, where is she? She's right there. There she is. There's Cotty. So it's kind of like a Where's Waldo. There's all these characters and you got to kind of find them all over the world. And then this is a poem I wrote about the book. And then here on the back of the book is like all the abbreviations that you need, all the colors. There's a ruler here that tells you how tall each character should be. It's just so cool. I'm really proud of it. Get Crochet Goomis. It's the coolest thing I've ever made. Okay, sorry. Back to crocheting. You get me all excited. I want to talk about things. All right. Oops. And then now, you know, with these live streams also, we're going to be making, like, obviously there's a video tutorial for every pattern too. And then now we're going to have live streams for every pattern also. So like this is going to be our 4th pattern. And, you know, we have 50 to do. That's a lot of weeks. We could do a live stream every single week and we still would not fill out the year now. So we have quite a lot of characters to make. And a lot of them are secrets. A lot of the secret ones that you haven't seen yet are crazy cool too. Like one of them I created a technique for that is like, I love it. It's a 10 out of 10. It's a 10 out of 10. Yes, it has a lot of pictures. That was also really important to me. They offered me, that was another offer. We could have cut out a bunch of pictures to make the book have more patterns in it, but I was like, no, we need the pictures. That's really, really important for crocheters and stuff like that. So it was really cool that I got a publisher that was so willing to work with me. So they're consistently, we talk all the time, like pretty much every other week I'm on a call with them asking them questions now about like how to do book signings, where like I want to go to a bunch of game stores and events and stuff. And so they've been really, really helpful with setting stuff up. And shout out to my editor Harriet and Sarah. Sarah is someone who helped put the book together. And then other shout out to Abigail, who's helping with all the marketing stuff. So I don't think they're watching this right now, but maybe they will one day. And so yeah, shout out to them. They've been extremely cool and very, very helpful. Last bit right there. Boom. And then this one's the chain, so we want to get into this stitch right there. Like these. Nice. Boom. Alright. We're just about done with our 3rd fin. Again, you can find this pattern on the website. I think it's just clubcrochet.com. You know, maybe I could talk a little bit about how the game works, because I don't think I've really talked too much about how the game actually works and is played. And we'll probably talk a lot more about this tomorrow if we do a live stream where we're like playing through the game. But it's still kind of fun to talk about. So essentially, in the game, you are commanding a team of these Goomis in Battle Goomis. You command a team of 3 or sometimes a little bit more, but around 3 characters to race to wind up a yarn ball before your opponent winds up their yarn ball. And it's honestly, it's a really simple game, but also it has extraordinarily, like a shocking amount of details and modular rules that you can add to the game to make it more or less complicated, which was really important to me because I knew that a lot of people were going to be playing this game with their kids and their grandkids and stuff. So I needed a game that was easy for kids to pick up, but I'm competitive, man. I need a game that is, if I'm going to keep playing this game for a long period of time, I need a way to make this game really competitive and strategic. So that, I'm really excited to say, is a really cool part of the game, is that you can add a bunch of rules into it to make it more and more complicated. So the gist of the game is you're trying to wind up your yarn ball before the opponent. If you wind up your yarn ball first, then you win. But if you run out of Goomis and all your Goomis get defeated in combat, then you lose. So there's kind of a multiple ways to win the game. If neither character winds up their yarn ball before the end of the game, then it comes down to points. See, this game, another big thing that I wanted to do with this game is I needed it to be able to be played in a somewhat short amount of time. I don't like games that take like an hour and a half to 2 hours to play. That's crazy to me. So I wanted a game where I could play this game like 3 times in an hour, which is pretty much exactly what we got. The game is about 30 minutes, maybe at the most. When you know what you're doing and you're playing, you can play a game in like 10 minutes, maybe even less. They're really quick. So there's only 5 rounds total that you're trying to do this in. At the end of the 5th round, if if no players have won by winding up their yarn ball, then you count up points to find whoever the winner is. And everything you're doing throughout the game leads to giving you points at the end of the game. So there's a bunch of ways to win this game, and yeah, it's really cool. The gist about how the actual game works itself, outside of the goals, is every character, so like I said, there's 5 rounds, and in each round, every Goomy that you have will have a chance to do one thing on their turn. They can, hold on, let's get the card real quick so I can show you. They can attack another Goomy, they can wind their yarn ball up, they can support themselves or another Goomy, or they can use a special ability that's unique to each character. That's it. You can choose one of those 4 things to do. When you choose one of those 4 things, you roll an amount of dice based on the stats. So if, for example, Cotty here were to attack another Goomy, they'd roll 3 dice because they have 3 attack. When you roll those dice, you're trying to get a 5 or more on any of those dice. So 5s or 6s. Every time you get a 5 or a 6, the Goomy has succeeded, and that means that it does something. So, for example, if Cotty here attacks another character and they get a 5, that does 1 damage to that character. So you can see what I mean. It's a relatively simple idea for a game, and then every character gets a chance to do that. Sometimes you're winding your yarn ball, sometimes you're trying to shield your neighbor because they're almost out of health, so you're trying to keep someone alive, or sometimes you're trying to attack another Goomy to try to beat them up before they can wind up their yarn ball. So there's a bunch of different ways to play it. You can be kind of really nice and just try to be strategic, or you can be really brutal and try to like win brutally. It's pretty hard to win brutally, but you totally can. Yeah, anyhow, it's really cool. I really, really, really like it. Someone asks, do I know Rhonda Butler? I don't know Rhonda Butler, but I will look them up right now. Rhonda Butler. Help me, Rhonda. Help me, Rhonda. Oh, I've never heard of Rhonda before. Oh, yeah, I've never seen them before. But thank you for sharing their stuff. I'll check them out. Cute. Is there a dinosaur... Is there a dinosaur books? Asks Geo. Yes, there are. I think there's like. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think there's 5 or 6 dinosaurs in the book. One thing I wanted to do. So that's one of the regions of the book. There's a whole region that's called the Forgotten Islands, which is where Cotty is from. And it's an island where all the dinosaurs now live. They used to wander around Goomia, all over Goomia, but now they're kind of more just on one island. It's a little bit of a paradise, except for the giant volcano that's on the island named Larry. And one thing that they really like on that island is they really like litigations. I know it sounds weird, but they just like to sue each other and like hold court cases and stuff. So there's this really funny story in the book about this prosecutor, and I really like Forgotten Island. I think it's a very silly story. Okay, so we got our fins made. Look at that, 4 fins. Look at that. Wait, hold on. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Look at all those fins. Huh? Cool. So now, next thing we want to do is start working on the body. How cute that is, though. This would be kind of cool. I don't know what it would make. Maybe like a flower or something. If I made a bunch of these, that could be kind of fun. I don't know. Have any ideas on what else we could use these fins for? They look really cool, though. Okay, let's go ahead. We'll put them to the side and get started on the body. We're doing great on time, though. All right, body.
Yes, a chair perfectly sized for my tiny body.
Anybody know what that's from? If you can guess what that's from, I will give you a super bonus extra credit point. Because no one's going to know. All right. Let's get hooking. Make the body like these. Okay, so we got 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. I probably should keep the pattern up while I go. There we go. Oh man, it's been a while since I've made this pattern. It should be pretty easy though, I think. 3. Morgana, where are you located that... Because I am going to do a tour. Was it Madagascar? No. It did sound like the guy from Madagascar though, didn't it? No, not from Madagascar. So what we're going to do at the end of September... So this... By the way, this campaign launches September 1st. If you are considering supporting this and getting the game, please buy it on September 1st. The more people that support this project on day one, the better the project does in the long run. So everybody that's considering, oh, maybe I want to buy this game, buy it on September 1st. It would mean the whole world to me. And I'm going to offer some extra bonus rewards if you do support on September 1st. Yeah, so that's just the gist, just so you know. But what was the other thing? Oh, you're in Missouri. No, I don't think I'll be making it to Missouri for this trip. I think I'm going to be sticking to California just because it's going to be a long trip for me. So California is huge too. So originally I was going to do a trip all the way up the coast from San Diego to Sacramento or to Seattle, and then drive back and stop at bookstores and do book signings and stuff. But it's kind of really long drive. And I have to go by myself because Jules has work and stuff, and I don't know anybody else to go with me. So I'm going to shrink it down a little bit to make it more realistic. And now we're going to go from Los Angeles to Sacramento and stop at a bunch of stores and stuff every day that is on the trip. So sorry for my Canadian friends up there. I just can't make it on this trip, but I am trying to find a plan to go out there for that. PAX Unplugged. I was going to do PAX Unplugged though, Prisma. That's interesting. Are you going to go to that too? I've never been, but I do really want to go, and everybody tells me to go. So I think I will. I need to reach out to them to see if I can get like a booth. I think it might be a little too late for a booth though. Also, it's really expensive, I think. And I don't have that much money. But yes, we will probably be at PAX Unplugged as well. I'll probably be going solo to that, so if anybody wants to hang out and say hi, I'll probably be there. I don't know though. It is December also. Early December, so I don't know if I'll make it or not. You will go if I go? Heard. Good to know, Prisma. That is actually really good to know. That legitimately might help me make a decision. Because it would be fun to hang out. We could play a game together. Speaking of playing a game together, this game, I have a digital version of the game that I made. I've played it once or twice with Cooper and some other people. So I will probably be playing this game live with more people online soon because there's a digital version of it available. So if you're interested in doing that, you really should follow the project because that's where I'm going to be posting about it. And you can learn more about all of that there's a Discord channel that we built for the game, which you can also find by going to thegoomies.com. That's where all the links for everything are. All right, so the face, I think we're at the right size there. So I've finished up round 5. Yeah, just want to make sure. And now I'm on to round 6. You know what? I'm going to use a little tiny stitch marker just to keep track of where we're at as we go. I'll use this purple. So someone said pirate captain hat. I like that idea. Any other suggestions for what we should do to customize this fella? This gal? We could choose it might be cute to have her have like a little bandana. You could see her wearing a bandana. That could be kind of cute. We could also try doing like a I don't know. I think there's a lot of different options though that we can go with. A sun hat. Actually, a sun hat could be really cute. Clara Dow. I don't know Clara Dow or Steve Reeves. Oh, you're asking who that quote was from. No, that quote was from a YouTube channel. It's called, what is it called? He makes videos with clowns. Oh my gosh, Prisma! Prisma, you're going to get something added to this for that. Thank you so much, Prisma. Here, I'm going to add something special to this for that, because that was very unexpected. Prisma pledged $2 for the PAX Unplug Fund. You're so sweet. Here, you're going to get a very special thing for this. I'm going to put this bell. You get a little bell added to our... Which actually might help with the sizing, because it's like it's like a thicker size. So that's for you, Prisma. Thank you. Thank you very much. Here, let me add something out too for you. Oh, here, we're going to add this for you. Can you see right here? I think you can, right? Maybe? Oh, here, I'll just show you on the camera. I'm going to put this out for you, Prisma. This little guy. He doesn't have a name. If you want to give this little fella a name, I made him just the other week. Go ahead and give him a name. And I'm going to put him right here. So you'll barely be able to see him in the camera. But you'll know he's there, Prisma. You'll know. Snotty Cotty. Oh, she has a cold. I like that. Snotty Cotty's pretty good. Okay, how many rounds of single crochets are there? I think there's 3. I think it was 6 to 8. But I can't really remember. I actually think I'm going to cut these like that and just have this little bit right there, which will help with like where we're at on rounds, but not get in our way as I'm crocheting, you know? Can we name him Pax? Oh, Pax is pretty good actually too. I do like a parrot hat idea. I like a sun hat. I like a... They're supposed to be Scottish too. That's why their name is Cotty. Because Scottish. You get it? You get it. Okay, 3 rounds. Yeah, okay, I was right. Ba, 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 ba. Okay. Dum, 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 dum. I really want to, no spoilers in the chat, but I really want to go see Spider-Man tonight. That is, I've been wanting to see Spider-Man really bad, and we just haven't had any time. Life has been so busy, and I'm really afraid I'm going to see spoilers. So please don't spoil it in the chat, anything. But I really want to go see it. Has anybody seen it? And without spoilers, can you tell me what you thought? Ooh, a bonnet. A bonnet is really cute, Frankie. I love that idea. A bonnet's really cute. A bonnet. A bonnet. A bonnet. All right. One more stitch here. Boom. There we go. That's our 3 rounds. Now we can add some eyes. What do we think, by the way? Looking pretty good. Right? I like it. I definitely want to go to PAX Unplugged if I can convince my wife to go. Because that would be really cool. But that's going to be a hard sell, I think. Because it's so far away for us. Okay, let's go ahead and I'm just going to clean up these eye bits. Alright, and then where does the eyes go? Between rounds 5 and 6, stitches 3 and 8. Okay. So that's going to be end of round 1. There's beginning of round 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, stitches, what was it? 3 and 8. 1, 2, 3. It'll be like that. Yeah, that looks pretty good. And then 8. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right there. Oh, I love it. I love it when I actually write things down. Having a book is so helpful now, so I could be like, that's where the eyes go. You know? Looks pretty good. Very cute. Okay. Go ahead and lock those down. Nice. 1 and 2. All right, and there's the eyes. The eyes have it. All right, next round. I actually kind of did the eyes a little early, but that's okay. 1. 2 and then invisible. Okay. Okay. The one thing I really wish I was able to get to this book, but I wasn't because we just didn't have the space for it, is I really wanted to add check marks like I have on the website so you can keep track of where you're at. But also, I was kind of like, maybe that's not a good idea because then people will write in their book and they might not want to do that. It was just an idea I had. I don't know, I'm curious. What do you guys think about that? If I were to make that happen in the second book, do you think that would be cool? Also, you know, I don't know if there's going to be a second book or anything. I'm just wondering, trying to gain information. The only Spider-Man for 2% is Toby. I love that. I really like just don't sit in the front row. Heard. I really liked Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man a lot, actually. I thought Andrew Garfield was pretty cool. 4. 2. I think he just got unfairly lined up with pretty bad stories, but that Spider-Man was my favorite, like, Spider-Man. Like, I think he had the coolest outfit. Maybe not in the first one, but he had this really cool outfit with the big eyes and stuff. And then I also really liked his attitude and stuff. He was very silly and, like, quippy, which I think has always been really important for Spider-Man. Okay, want to stuff the head just a little bit now? We're doing pretty good, though. I think we're maybe not the halfway point, but we're doing really good on time. We're also going to need pipe cleaners for this, I just remembered. Probably should have read the materials needed. Because why else did I make that in the book if not to look at? Okay, wait. So I'm just trying to get the stuffing in front of the eyes there. So it's like really in the front of the face. I could do check marks if you include a plastic sheet that covers the page. Oh, that's a kind of a fun idea, Morgana. I like it. Noted. I'll keep that in mind. I will keep that in mind. Hi, Gummies Gaming Gallery. Welcome to the stream. Alright, so that was 8. Now I've got 10 rounds of single crochets. So now we're making just the neck. It's really long. So let's just take this bit. We'll move this stitch marker up. And that way we can keep track of these 10 rounds. But this is going to be a lot of single crochets. So nothing but crocheting now. What color do you think we should add as stripes for Cotty here? Because, I mean, the normal, like the classic one is pink. I do pink stripes on Cotty. But maybe we could do different stripes. Yeah, there we go. Nice. All right. Up. There's our first round of 10. Quite a lot of rounds going on now. 80 stitches, I think, total, because I think each one of these rounds is 8 stitches. Oh, I got an eye itch. Thank you for the hearts, whoever's doing that. I think, is that you, Lorraine? Welcome to the chat, Lorraine. I hope you're having a wonderful day. We are crocheting some characters from my new book. Actually, check this out, Lorraine, because you're new here. So we're about to blow your mind. We have a trading card game that I'm making that you can crochet all of the characters for. So today we're making Kadi the Plesiosaur, one of the characters from the game. The game is called Battle Goomis, and it's coming out very soon. You should pre-order now. You can find it at battlegoomis.com or thegoomis.com. There's a bunch of different places for it. I suggest you check it out. Whew. Alright, so that's 2 rounds of 10. We're going, we're flying. You know, I could probably finish these real quick if I just speed it up. You know what I need to get? Hold on. I need something here. I need to get a pad or of some kind for my elbows. Because whenever I crochet here, I put my elbows down on this and it's really hard wood. So what could I use in place right now? I could use stuffing, I suppose. You know, we'll just use, no, that's something I'm working on. Well, I guess I have this foam. Can I use this as elbow pads? That kind of works. Yeah, that's a little bit nicer, actually. I think I'm gonna, like, make something for my desk here so that it's easier for me to do padding. Like built-in padding, you know? I think that would be clever. Probably wouldn't be that hard to make either. Thank you so much, Crochet Art. I appreciate you. Green for the stripes? Okay, that's an interesting choice, Frankie. I honestly didn't even think about that color. In a boppy? Okay. Alright, thank you. I will invest in a boppy, Catherine. What are we making? Right now we are making Kadi the Plesiosaur, one of the characters in my new book. And my new trading card game called Goomis, the Goomis. Here is the... Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Camera. Please forgive me one day. Hopefully my camera will forgive me. Here's the book. Boo-boo. Isn't it cool? It's super cool. So we're crocheting characters from it. Yeah, that's what he's... Yeah. Bop it. Is it a gecko? It does kind of look like a gecko, huh? No, it's a plesiosaur. It's kind of like a Loch Ness monster, but don't let her hear us say that because she does not like being called the Loch Ness monster. Basically, a plesiosaur is a prehistoric dinosaur. It was like like an ocean dinosaur. Yeah, that looked a lot like a Loch Ness monster. Ooh, that's a good idea. I like that, Frankie. That might be even easier. Just a pool noodle bumper. Yeah. Actually, I think that's it. Even if I can get like a skinnier pool noodle bumper, that alone might do it. Great suggestion, Frankie. Appreciate you. I know, right, Zoe? The book is coming out very, very soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right? Yes, 5 down. Okay. Only 5 more rounds to go. I know, it's so soon. It's like kind of crazy soon. I'm really nervous about the backer kit, how it's gonna work. So I've been talking to them every week of just like, can I do this? How do I do this? I still need to build out a lot of the pages and stuff for the campaign. So it's been really busy. Yesterday I had a call with manufacturing so that I can make sure that all the games are being manufactured in a pretty sustainable way. So it's been quite a process. Yeah. But I'm very excited. I'm really excited that to see what the holographic cards look like. That's been really, really on my mind. I have someone helping me out with doing holographic art. So she actually just sent me stuff this morning so that I could start to create some holographics. 5, 6, 7. Okay, 3 more rounds here. Then we're increasing it up a little bit. I ran out of milk, so I can't even make myself a freaking coffee right now. I guess I could just do a black coffee and be like... Anybody in the chat drink black coffee? Oh, I forgot to tell you. Okay, so this weekend, I was at Gen Con. If you don't know what Gen Con is, it's a convention in Indianapolis. Where it's the biggest board game convention in America. There's a bigger board game convention, I think, in Germany. But in America, this is our biggest one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, last round here. And so it was my first time going to Indianapolis. By the way, Indianapolis is, it's nice, a little wild, but I did enjoy it. And this is the cool thing. So the event itself was fine. I had a lot of fun and played a lot of games and stuff like that. Yes, Frankie, you can order both on BackerKit. The book and the game will be available on BackerKit. That is true. But anyhow, so at this event, I saw my first firefly. My very first firefly. I've never seen a firefly before. And I was just hanging out on the phone with Jules and outside, and then I was like, oh my gosh, Jules, I think I just saw a firefly. And then it lit up again. I was like, oh my gosh, there's a firefly. I've never seen a firefly before. It was so cool. It was so cool. Whoa, Lorraine, you just blew my mind. Lorraine just said black coffee with a squeeze of lemon. Noted. I'm going to try that. What does the lemon do? That's so interesting. I've never had black coffee with lemon in it before. That's super interesting. Tell me more about that. Speak more on that, Lorraine. Okay. So, hold on. I gotta comment on that in a second. So, so that was the first thing. I saw my first firefly. It was really cool. They do exist. I thought maybe it was a fairy or something. It was really pure magic. I went inside, and the guy that was hosting me, it was a friend of a friend. His name is Noel. Shout out Noel. I doubt you're watching this, but super duper cool dude. Really helped me out because I couldn't get a hotel room. It was too late for hotels, so he let me stay in this place, and he was really close to the city, and it was just really, really cool. Anyhow, so I come inside. I'm like, dude, Noel, you didn't say you guys had fireflies here. I've never seen a firefly before. It was so cool. Should I catch it? And he was laughing at me, and he's like, oh, wow. I never thought of you never seeing a firefly. And I was like, I honestly thought they could have been a myth. They 100% could have been a myth for all I know. So it was really cool to see that. And then it was also cool. This is funny that this is cool. I got my first tornado warning. There was a tornado warning at the event, and that was my first time getting a tornado warning, and I was like, oh. And it wasn't a tornado watch, it was a warning. So there was a tornado somewhere, and it was like, hey, there's a tornado. It's kind of nearest to you guys. And I look around, no one cares. Not a single person at this event was like, whatever, that's fine. I was like, what? But it's a tornado. Isn't that a big deal? And they're like, nah, man, you're fine. They said the only time you want to freak out about a tornado is if you see the locals crack open a beer and go to the window, then you might want to be worried. I was like, oh, okay. He said, yeah, you don't really need to worry too much about it, especially when you're in the city. So I was like, okay, heard. But it was very cool. I was kind of like, oh my gosh, I feel like I got the local invitation. One moment, please. I think I found a goof. This might be the old pattern, though. Let me see. I found a mistake. You want to see it? It's such a small mistake. It's really hard to find mistakes in this book. I've tested this out so many times now. But look at this. Look at that. Look at the littlest, tiniest mistake. You will be aware of it now. Round 23. Look at that. Can you see it? I don't know if you can see. It's not bold. Round 22 is bold. Round 23 is not bold. That is a problem. The good thing is, though, that I get to tell them mistakes like that, and they'll fix it for the next printing. We found a mistake, though. Such a subtle one. It is really not a big deal at, like, even a little bit, but it's good to know. So I will send the publishers that information after this. Hey, we found a goof. I don't know how I didn't see that before. I've crocheted this like two or three times in this book. I never noticed that. I mean, I guess it is a pretty subtle mistake. It's just not bold. Like, that's like nothing, right? But still, I should have caught it. They kept telling me that too. They were like, you're going to find mistakes. You're going to find little goofs like that. You know, I had like an editor going through and everything and stuff, but even still, they get through somehow. So I will fix it for the next one though. Okay, so now we want to stuff. Wait, where's the increase? It's on the bottom. So this is the bottom of them. This is the top like that, I think. Yeah. Okay, so next thing we want to do is add our pipe cleaner. So I got a pipe cleaner right here that's kind of the perfect color. So we'll just use this. And I'm just going to fold it in half. And twist it together. Almost to the end. Fold the two ends down to form an arrow. Yes, okay. So I'm going to twist this together pretty tightly, actually. The tighter you twist this, the more control you're going to have on your character. And the idea is that we can bend the neck into different positions with this. So, kind of cool. You saw your first Firefly a year ago, and the rest of the people thought it was so cute how much you were losing your mind. That's exactly what happened with me, though. I was like, oh my gosh. And then I talked to the neighbor there, and I was like, oh my gosh, I saw a Firefly. I saw a Firefly. And he's like, that's pretty cool. And I was like, dude, it's awesome. Those things are like fairies. And he was like, he just thought it was so funny. Okay, almost twist it all the way up. So here's what you want to do. You want to twist it all the way up like this. But at the very end here, these two ends, you want to fold them down like this. Boop. And boop. And then you stuff this into the head so that the two ends here lock in like a how an actual arrow would work. You know? So when you shoot things with an arrow, the two ends coming back like this is so you can't pull the arrow out. So that's what we do. And we stuff this up into the head as far up as we can. Try to do it somewhat gently. Nice. And then I actually got a pretty cool thing. You know what? Let's use this. I got this gift from... I haven't used this yet. This will be fun. Check this out. I got this gift from Clover. They don't have it anymore. And... Ooh, great question, 2%. I can answer that. I don't think they have these in stock anymore, but they gave me their last one that they had. So let's give it a shot. It's a stuffing like tool. I don't know how it works, but we're gonna learn together. And we're not even gonna look at the instructions. I think the basic gist is you put this in here, like this, and it goes up to the point you want the stuffing to be in, like right there, and then you just put stuffing in there and you stuff it up. Let's give it a shot. Thank you so much, 2%, for the support. One moment, please, and then I will. I'd be happy to answer your question and provide any other help I can. You had a question specifically. I'll pull it out a little bit, I think, and then stuff a little bit more. Hey, you know what? Actually, this is pretty helpful. I'm not gonna lie. At first, they showed me this, and I was like, okay, what would you even need that for? But I could totally see the use case for this. Yeah, this is actually pretty useful. And this little stick actually holds the stuffing really well too. Go a little bit further out. A little bit further out. I'm doing it very subtly, but I think it's probably a good idea. All right. And there's the neck stuffed up. It's pretty evenly stuffed. And then if I turn it, look at that. It holds its shape. Perfect. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. We might need to use this again later. I'll put this to the side. All right. Thank you, Clover. That is a very cool thing. Okay, so 2% asks, say you wanted, oh, you asked the right person. Say you wanted to crochet a platypus. Do you know what stitch to use to create that image? Seems like you make your own design. Check this out, dude. Okay, good timing. Remember I said I'm working on another project right now? I'm actually working on kind of a platypus right now. So this is a very, very rough design here for a character called Gooey from a video game that I want to start playing called Rivals of Ether. And they just came out with a character called Gooey, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's named after me. I need to make it. And so I was working on the platypus here, and this is how I was making the mouth and the nose there. I think I actually wrote it down too. Where did I write this down? You know what? Hit me up 2%. Email me, and I can probably help out to help you make a little platypus. I have some ideas in mind. So just email me. You can email me at louis@clubcrochet.com, and I'll do my best to help you out best I can. Don't expect me to email back right away after this, because usually after the live streams I kind of like crash, because these can be kind of a lot of energy. But I will. I'll be able to help. Ooh, it's totally like a. That's really. You're totally right. Oh, that was weird. Sorry, 1 second. Okay. But yeah, hit me up. And thank you so much for the support. Here's a special thanks for you, 2%. First thing is going into this. You doubled the amount that was last supported, so I'm going to put in 2 bells for you. There we go. Check this out, 2%. This is for you. 1 and 2%. Oh, and also Cooper's here. Cooper, we didn't add one for you because you weren't here yet, but you are now. Hey, did anybody pre-order the book during this campaign or during this live stream too? I'll add a giant button in here for you if you did. Just give me a shout out. Okay. That's good. That's a good tip there. Hello, Crochet Queen. 2140. Okay, I'm on, by the way, I'm on round 24. Yeah, I'm on 24. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4. There we go. An increase right here. Yeah, we're on our last legs here. We just need to crochet the body up. Shouldn't take very long. It's pretty much just single crochets and increases and stuff, and then sew on the fins. So I would say maybe we're at like the halfway point now, maybe a little bit past the halfway point. So I would say, yeah, I expect this to be done around 6. So if you are wondering how long this live stream will go for, that's probably going to be it. Maybe I could go a little bit, make it a little bit quicker, but we'll find out. We'll find out. But you know what you should do in the meantime? You should like this video down below and subscribe to the channel. 2, 3, 4, 5. And hit the little bell icon so that you know when we come out with more live streams, like next week or tomorrow. Speaking of, tomorrow we're going to be doing a live stream, I think. We're going to be doing a Battle Goomis live stream where we play a game of Battle Goomis together. Me and my wife, Jules, are going to be playing a game together. So if you want to join, I would love to have you there. I'm not sure what time we're going to start. So the best way to know that is just to subscribe, hit the bell icon, and so that it pushes notifications when we do go live. I'm assuming probably around 1, 2, 3 p.m., something like that. It's probably going to be the time, but I'm not really sure. Okay, now we got 6 rounds of single crochets after this, so just a bunch of single crochets going on, starting right here. I'm just going to go ahead and use this as our little marker. That. Boom. And I said 6, right? Did I say 6? Yeah. So we're at basically the body now. So we're going to do this for 6 rounds. I'm going to kind of loosen my crochet a little bit too, so that the body gets a little bit bigger and it's a little easier for me to crochet too. And we can't forget, we want to stuff it up with some heavy coins so that it's actually like a plesiosaur, which they swallowed rocks. And I think the reason they swallowed rocks was because it was like it helped digest. So basically they would like eat fish, and then the rocks would help grind the fish up in their bellies. So they were like chewing in their belly. Isn't that weird? But they had to eat rocks. And then those rocks were in their belly their whole life. So the way they found that information out was they did they find fossils, and in those fossils, in the belly of where those fossils are just like a bunch of rocks, because they're rocks, they're not going to decompose or anything. So they're like, why do they have all these rocks in there? And I think and they found out, or they found other current fish that do that as well. So I think they put 2 and 2 together, and they were like, oh, that's probably what they were for. But in addition to that, it helped them stay balanced. So if they were, they would be too buoyant without the rocks, and they would float to the top. So they had the rocks also to help keep them buoyant and keep them belly down, so that they weren't like accidentally floating upside down and stuff. At least that's the current working theory. But I just love little facts like that. Yeah, birds eat rocks too, and birds are dinosaurs. Birds are dinosaurs. Yep. You heard it here first, folks. Birds are dinosaurs. Especially chickens. Chickens are so dinosaurs. Look at their feet. And tell me that ain't a dinosaur. Oh my gosh, I saw a video yesterday of an emu going crazy, and I love it. I think emus top tier. I think emus are top tier, cute, adorable animals. I would say, they feel scary and dangerous because they're so big, but they're so goofy looking and so fuzzy and stuff. Yeah, I think I've got to give them I think they're maybe not an S tier animal for Louis, but I would say maybe like an A tier, high B tier emus. Yeah. I should do a tier list for all these crochet. That'd be smart. That would be smart. All right, 3 rounds done. How many do we need? 6? Yes, halfway there. Woo! Good neck crack. All right. Yeah, exactly. Emus are just a bush on legs. Absolutely accurate. I need to try that lemon on coffee. I think lemon on coffee sounds very interesting. Anybody else in the chat ever try lemon with coffee? Lorraine says that it cuts the bitterness, which is very interesting to me. I just learned the other day about miracle fruits. You ever heard of a miracle fruit? They sell them as like pills too. But essentially what it is it's a type of fruit that leaves this coating on your tongue when you eat it that blocks receptors for sour and bitter tastes. And you can eat really sour things and they taste completely different. So a lot of people will do that and they'll eat lemon and it's like really, really, really good. I think it tastes like, I mean, I don't know, I haven't had it, but it seems like it would taste like a lemon pez or something. Which, oh my gosh, I love lemon pez. Shout out to lemon pez. Shout out to lemon pez. If you'd like to sponsor this channel, let me know. But not orange pez. No, no, no. That's gonna be a hard no from me on the orange pez route. Let's start this over. There we go. All right, back to crocheting. You do have to make one of these, Lorraine. Oh, I hear a Jimbo. He be out there. All right, that's 5. One more round for the belly, and then I think we can start decreasing it down. Count the stitches. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. 12. Almost there. 19, 20, yeah, 21. Yep, we're on our stitch count. All right. Next thing. Next round. So that was round 31. 32. All right, here we go. Keep going around. 12 and then a decrease. Seven. 12. I'm gonna sneeze. I'm okay. It's just my soul leaving my body. It's not a big deal. End on an invisible? No. Hold on, I need to count my stitches here. So from here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Decrease 1, decrease 1, decrease. It should end on a single though. So that can't be right. Hold on. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, that's not right. Hold on, we need to... I think I skipped a stitch somewhere in the process here. Oh, wait. I did count my stitches, but how did I count off? Hold on, hold on, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, I missed an increase right here. Oh, that's all the way up there. Okay, we're just gonna ignore that then and fix it. Okay, no big deal. That's a pretty subtle goof. That's supposed to be a decrease. Yeah. All right. We are 1 stitch short on the belly, but that's okay. She lost a little bit of weight, and that's gonna just be the way it is. I don't think anybody's gonna know but you. So don't tell everybody, all right? It's gonna be a little secret. One, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay. We're on track. Ooh. My glasses are... Make sure to see if your like button is working. Yes, listen to Lorraine. Lorraine says to make sure to see if your like button is working. I agree. Check it out. See if it works. 4, and then another decrease right here. Oh. Three and 4. A decrease. All right. That's that round. 3 and then a decrease. We're getting pretty close to the end, actually. All right, so we said bonnet was a maybe for the hat. Someone said we had pirate hat. I like the idea of a sun hat. We also could do something else. We could do a, like, something like an ascot. An ascot could be kind of funny. I don't know. What do you think? Any other suggestions on what we should add to our cotty here? Actually, an ascot would be really funny if we could just use some felt and then cut an ascot that's just knotted together on her, around her neck. What else would you wear with an ascot, though? An ascot in, like, sunglasses? We could do that, actually. That'd be pretty cute. Okay, so that was round 34. I'm going to go ahead and stuff it a little bit more now. We're going to use regular stuffing and then some nickels to weigh them down. Okay, so here's our regular stuffing. And then I know I have nickels somewhere in here. One second. I usually keep like a little jar of them. And magnets. A camera. It'd be kind of the antithesis of what she likes, but also kind of funny. One second. I need to find these. I guess I don't need to. I want to. Well, I don't know where I put them. One second. I think they're down here. The song kind of sounds like or like Little Mermaid. Where are all my heavy coins? There's not enough time. Look at this little cute frog. Oops. I'm gonna find them after this and be like, ah, you know? Oh well. Okay, what else can we stuff them with then? Beans? Pills? Be right back. Come here, Jimbo. Jimbo wants to say hi. Yeah. Come here. Oh. Can you see him? There you go, buddy. Where'd they... Oh, camera's over here. Say hi. Hi, buddy. Oh my gosh, you're so lovey. Thank you. He's giving me licks. I can't find any heavy coins or anything, so I think we're just gonna stuff it with stuffing. Or at least I don't know where the heavy coins are. I was thinking about going outside and getting buttons, but I don't think it's a good idea. Or not buttons. Rocks. What do you think, Jimbo? Not a good idea? Yeah, I agree. I agree. Oh well. Say, oh well, Jimbo. That was pretty close. Say, oh well. Okay. Jimbo is a little love bug right now. Alright. Whatever. Bummer. I'm like looking everywhere for these things now. I know I have them somewhere. We'll just have to like prop her up with some stuff then. Gosh, I really feel like they're right here somewhere though. I feel like they're right next to me and I don't know it. What do you think, Jimbo? What do you mean you hid them? You're not supposed to hide them. Jimbo says that you hid them all. Why'd you do that, bud? Yeah. We could do this. Maybe we could just cut some of this. This is like really heavy, so maybe we could just like make a big ball of it and cut it. We could try that. I don't know if this really matters as much, but I mean, it's worth a shot. Yeah, it is. The only problem with this is it's really dirty. So we're gonna have to put it around something. What's up, buddy? Yeah, I know. So Like this. This won't even matter. You know what? This isn't gonna do anything. I'm giving up on it. We're just gonna stuff her up. Regular style. Yeah. You tell him, bud. Wow, this music is wild. And beautiful. Hey, Loom! Welcome, Loom. Thanks from her craft. Loom is watching from her craft fair right now. That's cool. That's super cool. Alright, where was I?
Where am I? Who am I? Huh? What?
We are on round something or another. Hey, bud. Oh my gosh, he's rolling up. Look at this. Can you see him? No. You can't. Bummer. He's being very cute right now. He's ruining a bunch of yarn, but he's super cute. What a little bum. What a little butt. Always blaming Jimbo. Always be blaming Jimbo. That's the rule. ABJ. Always blame Jimbo. How do you feel about that, bud? Yes, that's my foot. Okay, that is... Ouch. It is not edible, buddy. My foot is not edible. Alright, round 35. 1... He's chewing on my yarn. I'm just trying to make sure he doesn't swallow anything that he shouldn't. 4, 5, 6, 7. Good. $10 and then a decrease. Nice. All right. Has anyone else started making their own goblin puppet yet? Good question. Anybody else been making their goblin puppet yet? I think I still have to finish up the end of that pattern. I'm so sorry that I haven't yet. Hey, bud. Bud, you're making a mess. And I just cleaned this up. Don't bite me. Don't bite me. You know what happens if you bite me, right? I bite you back. Be free! Huzzah! He's just wild. Should have never let him in here. He always knows what to do. Seven, 8, 9, and then a decrease here. Boom. All right, coming together. All right, thanks for joining, Frankie. Whoa. We just had like a... Did we just lose like everybody? Is anybody still here? What the heck? That's so weird. It like totally dropped off. Okay, Lisa's still here. I don't know why. It just said like... It just said like everybody left. It was like the thing went from 20 to literally 1. I don't know. It must have been a weird glitch or something. Alright. Where was I in the pattern? On round 38. It's getting hard to crochet at this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, decrease. Alright, let's go ahead and stuff a little bit more. We'll use our fancy stuff and stick that we got. Can I do it like this? No. All right. Go. Nice. That's pretty good. I could use a little bit more, but we'll stuff it. In a couple more rounds, we'll finish the stuffing up. One. It looks like it's freezing up. All right, 1, 2, 5, 6, 7, and a decrease. All right, that was round 38. So 2 more rounds and then we'll stuff it. And then we have a couple more rounds and then we'll sew it closed. Then we'll sew all the pieces on. Then we'll add the legs. Or sorry, that is sewing the pieces on. And then we'll add the stripes. And then we'll add any customizations that we want. Almost there. All right. One more to stuff it. 1, 2. I don't know why. I just had a flashback to high school. It was really weird. I have no idea why my brain just did that. Huh. Sometimes I wonder how do brains work? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stitches. All right, almost done. I'm actually almost out of stuffing too. So we gotta go get more stuffing. I haven't bought stuffing since Joann's closed though. I've always had so much stuffing. I'll have to find another stuffing option. You know what, maybe we will use that little stuffing thingy now. Yeah, that actually does make it a little easier at this end part. There we go. A little bit more. Just in the very end of the tail. The thing is, the stuffing is really squishy, Or the first stuffing I was using was really, really dense. So you need a little bit more of the squishy stuff. But he's pretty good. She's dense. All right, couple more stitches. Round 41, and then yeah, okay. Four. Decrease. All right, one more round here of crochet, and then it's just sewing. 1, 2, 3. Last decrease. Boom. Okay. Pull through. Let's sew her closed. And then we'll start adding details. All right, Cooper, thanks so much for joining. I'll see you next week, dude. And thanks for everybody for watching all the way through this. This has been really cool. We only have probably maybe 30 more minutes left. Maybe even less. It's gonna be a pretty quick end. Because we just need to add some detail, and sew on the fins, of course. But we're almost done. All right, let's get that up there. Boom. There's her cute little tail. All right, now we want to sew on these limbs, fins, I should say, on the sides. So I think the way I'm going to do this, and I've done this a few different ways, but I think the way I'm going to do this time is I'm going to use this to find like the middle point. So it's like right here maybe, and right across from it would be like right there maybe. And those will be like the center points for the limbs. So that's where I'll sew in the center. Yeah. Center goes right here. Out through an adjacent stitch. Perfect. Right there, and then out through right there. Pretty easy, I think. And then this one goes through these two stitches. And in, back into the body, and then out through the same stitch for double knotting. Super easy. Super easy one. And there's her first fin. That's pretty good. I like it. What do you think? Good spot? Good location? I think it looks pretty good. Okay. Numero dos. And it's this round, like it goes right there. Probably smart to make it. Yeah, that's a good spot. there. Right there. I forget how easy the fins are to sew on. We're gonna be done in no time. Oh, there we go. Nice. Nice. It's tighter. That goes tighter. This goes out from here to double knot. Boom. And there is another fin sewn on. Wunderbar. Double knot there. All right, 2 fins sewn on. Number 3 and 4. So I'm thinking like down to here. I'm sure I have a specific space in the pattern, but you can just ad-lib it. I think it's right here. Looks like a good spot. Hey, again, if you haven't yet, go vote now for which of those cards you want to see. I'll put it again in the chat for you if you didn't know. Hold on. Will I? Maybe I won't. Yeah, okay. So go vote if you haven't already. Vote for which card you feel is the best for our full art version of Coddy the Plesiosaur, if you haven't already voted. That vote's going to be live through the entire campaign, by the way, and I'm going to try to do a new vote each week for something else from the book and from the game. So it's like you can help kind of build the project with me as my idea. Basically, I'm taking like so many pictures and stuff of like all these different parts, and so I never really know what's maybe the best one. So any kind of feedback goes a long way, and I'd really appreciate it. I'm basically wondering what the full art card for this character is. Maybe I'll do both. I don't know. Maybe one will be like super special or something. Like the one that we don't choose will be like the ultra mega rare card. But that'll only get like 30 of them made or something. That might be kind of fun. Yeah, I did send an email out. You should have gotten an email up about it earlier today around like 3 hours before the stream started. That's when I sent it. Pretty good. Get her head pointed up. Hey, she's sitting up just fine on her own. We didn't need the heavy coins even. That's pretty cool. All right, last fin. Right here looks perfect. Am I a Pokemon collector? Yes, I am, to a degree. I used to collect Pokemon cards a lot when I was a kid. I had a first edition shiny Charizard, but I don't know where it went. I think my mom threw them away, or like gave them away or something, or that my friends stole them. But I don't know where they're at anymore. But I do have, I've got like an ancient Mew that's pretty cool. I don't buy Pokemon cards anymore just because I don't really have the money to spend on that kind of stuff, but I do know all about the community and the cards and stuff because I keep an eye on stuff. And my cousin likes to collect Pokemon cards a lot, so I play Pokemon with him every now and then. But more of a collector of the video games. My favorite Pokemon, I kind of switch it up every now and then, but I really like Ralts. It's one of my favorites. Rocky says, "Oh no." Why'd you say oh no? Did the camera mess up or something? Ah, looks good. Alright, so we've got all the body parts sewn on. Now we want to add our stripes. I think we should just stick with the classic. Let's go with the pink stripes, because that is our classic Cotty look anyhow. And then we'll add, I feel like an ascot would be really funny. If I could do sunglasses... oh, we could do sunglasses. Okay, wait. What if we did this? We make little sunglasses for her. Or even just regular glasses. And then we do like a little bandana. So she looks like a celebrity that's like trying to stay incognito. I think someone said that. Zoe, did you say that? I think Zoe might have said that. Or you said camera. Maybe giving a camera to him? I don't remember. This yarn is totally chewed up by Jimbo, so I'm going to cut off a little bit. Alright, so we're going to add some stripes, some customizations, if you will. Clean up our stage a little bit. Okay. I think we're going to start at the bottom and go up and then back down. So this is the way I like to do it. We're going to go out through the bottom of her, up to right here. It's probably good. And pull out just till there's enough tail. And then we're going to go across to the other side, like right here. We're going to skip 1, 2, 3, 4 rounds up and go to the next round right here. So this is how I do it. I go that, like that, and then I'll go over to the other side, and then I'll skip 4 rounds. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go up 2. If I can. There we go. And we want to make sure these stripes are like somewhat tight so they never come loose, but you don't need to overdo it too much. All the way to the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be right there. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 would be right there. And the reason we're doing 4 is because we're going to come down and fill in the other sides, so that the 2 tail ends end up at the same space. So we're going up and then back down. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4 is gonna be right there. That's looking pretty good. What do you think? What you thinking? Oh no to losing the Charizard. Yeah, bummer. But what are you gonna do? 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. That. Give it a here. Yeah, we'll go right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. I think this is going to be our last one. I don't want to go too high up on the head. So we're going to end up right there, and then we'll work our way back down. be like there. And then we just go 2 down now. 1, 2. Alright, see, it's a lot easier to work our way back down than it is up anyhow. It's easier to know where the browns are going. Yeah, see? Nice. Okay. Wasn't expecting to make such a big crochet today, I will say. I thought I was gonna get like a smaller one, but I'm glad we did a big one. You know? I think and it didn't even take that long, you know? We only been really crocheting for a couple hours. I think we really started crocheting at like 3:30 my time. It's only 5:30 now, so really not too bad. Not too bad for a crochet pattern if you ask me. There's a few patterns in this book that do take a lot longer. There's one that I haven't shown yet. One of the new ones that's like, that one takes a couple days to crochet. But for the most part, they're pretty small patterns. I mean, smallish, you know, like 1 to like 4 hours, I think, is like probably the average for the book. And then a couple of them are really quick patterns, like the little minis, and then some of them are really long. There's just I try to make sure there was a variety in there, so that you could crochet what you wanted to make. All right, last stripe here, and then we can go ahead and do our sunglasses and what is that called? Bandana, ascot. You know what I'm trying to say? Like Breakfast at Tiffany's style. I feel like Cotty would definitely like Breakfast at Tiffany's. But I don't know. Maybe. She seems like she could be an old school movie buff. Look at those stripes. Looks great. So easy to add too. Loving it. All right, let's see if we can do like let's see if I can do sunglasses first, because that'll kind of change the vibe if we can get sunglasses on her. It's just gonna be hard. It's hard to do sunglasses because they're like, her eyes are so far away from each other, but we might be able to make it work if I can find the black felt. Oh. Ah. Okay. It's covered in Jimbo fur. All right, let's see. That. It's actually a good size for it too. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to split it in half like this. And that way each of the sides of the sunnies will be similar. That maybe. And then that. something like this is what I'm thinking. You know, she's got cool sunglasses like this that I might even just like needle felt in on the sides, and then we do a this color, like this. Super easy. And then we just go. Oh, this wasn't big enough. Or I guess we could do it sideways like this, actually. Then it would be big enough. But like this, kind of. You know, and then it ties at the bottom. And then maybe like... But like that would be cut in. I don't know. How do those things even work? Let's look it up. What do they call it? Bandanas? Ascots? Yeah, like when Audrey Hepburn has your, like, her cute little... It's basically like just a big scarf, huh? With like a little knot in the end. Yeah. Alright, yeah, let's try that. Yeah, like a kerchief, exactly. I think we need it to be longer. Also, I think I need it to be like a lighter fabric, too. Let me see what I have. This one's like maybe slightly lighter. I like this red, though, a lot more. Yeah, let's try it again. With a bigger square. So we need the two ends to tie together, so maybe like this long even. We'll go this long. We'll just make it a big square right now and then cut it down. That, and then these two will just knot together down there, and then we'll just cut it in so it's like more of a into a triangle. Okay, cool, into a triangle. Got it. So fold this into a triangle like this, and then go like that, right? And then I knot it here. And then this needs to be like, it needs to be much smaller, but that's basically the idea, right? And then the sunglasses over it. Okay, let's go ahead and just add the sunnies first. I might want to add a little bit of white to the sunglasses too. Okay. We're just gonna do a very simple, like, prick of a needle felting, like this. So just like a little bit to just keep it on. That way too, if we want to remove it eventually, we totally can. It's not like the end of the world. We're not going to poke our fingers. Okay. go. Alright. Alright, so there's the sunglasses. They look kind of weird right now, but I think they'll look good when we have the little ascot thing. I think I'm just going to cut this in half. Okay. Yeah, she does look like she's trying to go incognito. I think this needs to be like less sharp of an angle. So maybe like this. So it's smaller in the back. That maybe. Clean that up a little bit. Way. This goes like this around the head, and we knot it in here. Can I do that? Looks like a little babushka. Double it, like that. And I want to give it a little bit more space here at the top. What do we think about that? I think it kind of looks weird. I don't know if I like the sunglasses specifically. What do you think? Jules? Hey, Jules? Can I get your opinion on this? Okay. She says no. Not right now. I'm just gonna try to pull the glasses in a little bit more. And maybe we can just add a little bit of white. That might work. White felt. I need white felt. Okay, we need like basically none of this, but this is just for the shine of the glasses. I just go like, this is what I'm hoping. If I just take a little sliver like that, and I just go poke that in there like this. You know? I don't think that's gonna work. Well, it kind of looks like it's got a shine to it. Does it? Or does it look like eyeballs? Nah, I don't like it. Let's get the white out of there. That was too easy to remove anyhow. Alright, I think that's gonna be it then. Little incognito mode. Should I cut this back a little bit? Or do we like it like this? What do we think? What do we think? Hold on. Babushka. Yes. Okay, cool. We like it. She looks amazing, says Samantha. It does help, you felt? The little white? Alright, maybe we can get a little bit in there. I think we just need a sharper needle. And then we just need a smaller amount, like... Seriously, just a little tiny itty bitty amount, like that. And then if we just go like this... If you'd like to give it. How do you feel about her? She's supposed to be incognito. These are sunglasses.
Oh, I see.
Audrey Hepburn.
Okay. There's a shine on one eye, but not on the other.
Well, yeah, I literally just put that. I was
okay.
gonna put on another shine on the other side.
She's great.
You like the shine?
Yeah. It's just the color of the bandana. It's not what I would pick.
What would you pick?
A
We can change
color
it.
that went different with the teal and the pink. Or if she was really incognito, I would do black.
Well, I didn't want it to match her sunglasses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But when you say Audrey Hepburn, it makes more sense.
Okay. Audrey. There's got to be some kind of pun we could come up with Audrey Hepburn and I think. Thank you for your opinion.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. One more, maybe on this side. You know, I think it needs to go over on this side, or does it need to go in the center? I don't know. Where would the shine be? Okay, they're kind of the same spot. Okay. I poked my finger. Oh well. Alright, I think that's going to be it though. That looks pretty good. I like it. I like it. She does look like she's wearing sunglasses. They do look shiny and sneaky. And she's like, no photography, please. I like it. Alright, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me on today's live stream. I hope you had a good time and had fun crocheting along with me. Again, this is Cotty the Plesiosaur in her incognito mode version. And this is for our game Battle Goomis. She's also in our book. Hold on. Crochet Goomis. And again, if you haven't yet, vote on our full art card what you want to do for the full art card. Thank you guys so much again for joining. Yeah, I did. I poked my finger pretty bad, but it wasn't that bad. I don't think I bled. Which platform? Lizzie wants to know. Hold on. Let me answer your question, Lizzie. Lizzie wants to know which platform the game will be played tomorrow. Probably right here on YouTube. And maybe the Louis Loops YouTube channel too. It might be on either one. So go ahead and if you subscribe to both, you'll definitely see it. I'm thinking maybe both, though. I don't really know yet. But yeah, live stream tomorrow of us playing the game. I'll see you then. Thank you so much again for crocheting along with me. I hope you enjoyed it. We'll be live again next Friday for sure, but probably also tomorrow. So yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Pasta la pizza. Happy hooking. Go check out the game at thegoomies.com. And thanks again for watching, everybody. I really appreciate you being here. Hope you guys have a wonderful day. And yeah, bye. Oh my gosh, stop. Oh, stop. No, you hang up first. Oh my gosh. You're making me blush. Stop. Oh no, I'm blushing. Have a great weekend, you guys. Thanks so much for being here. Pasta la pizza. Bye, Prisma. Bye, 2%. Bye, Morgana. Bye, Lizzie. Good night. Bye.